the jazz squares.
It's a crowd favorite. Everybody loves a good jazz square.
Damn, finally, I'm able to have a voice.
Okay, so when you first see Ryan, what do you see? Obviously a boy who's more feminine than it's accepted to be. He loves theater, singing, fashion, and ugly fedoras that need to be burned from first glance. Ryan is just Twink from Q-Force if he was a real person, though his hyper-femininity might just make people write him off as another dumb trope. But once you take a moment to see his character, you can see with Kenny's clever writing, he was able to represent not only himself, but other young gay boys with Ryan. Ryan is obviously queer-coded and has been confirmed to be gay by Kenny. Kenny knows that yes, Ryan is stereotypical, but he knew that he couldn't outright push him being gay due to being under Disney Channel. So he made Ryan being gay obvious to anyone who was queer. He allowed him to be a stereotype, while still expanding his character, allowing him to be more than Sharpay's gay brother, and more than a fashion kid, which makes Ryan different than some random TV twink. He's an actual character, not some object for people to say, yeah, we have a gay character like that one white guy from Riverdale. Ryan also helps bring light to another queer-coded character, Chad, with their song, I Don't Dance. Just by looking at the lyrics of the song, you can tell it a critique on Chad's heteronormativity and overall toxic masculinity. They use dancing as a metaphor for sexuality. Chad is in constant denial about his sexuality and refuses to address it. But Ryan showed during the dance that you can be masculine and still be queer. You can be feminine and be queer, and sexuality has nothing to do with physical appearance and behavior. So obviously, there was some written tension between Ryan and Chad, and when you replace the whole I Don't Dance thing with I'm Not Gay, makes the song make more sense for Chad and Ryan's character, and honestly more meaningful. Ryan basically opened Chad's eyes, making him a more accepting person to both Ryan and himself, that he can dance and still be the person he is today. That's honestly why Ryan is one of my favorite gay Disney Channel characters. I find him extremely relatable, having to stay in the closet due to fear of not being accepted while also using femininity as an outlet for being closeted. I honestly think it's good to have stereotypical gay characters. As long as said character is expanded past that stereotype, it shows us gay people aren't based on stereotypes, the stereotypes are based on us. There's nothing inherently wrong with being a feminine gay man, and we're more than just cookie cutter tropes. Ryan isn't the girly gay guy, he's just gay and also happens to have a knack for things feminine. Let me start by saying that Sharpay does not like Troy at all. Yeah, I know that she's shown in the movies to be completely obsessed with wanting to be Troy's girlfriend, but that's all it is, an obsession, not a genuine liking. Sharpay is obsessed with the attention he could give her. He's the average good-looking male jock that would compliment her, and that's all she sees Troy as, somebody who makes her look good, more perfect, more heteronormative. And in the movie, they constantly point out that Sharpay has no real interest in Troy as a person. You can argue and say that, well, why would Sharpay do stuff like get Troy a job and land him a spot in professional basketball if she doesn't even like him? Well, to that I can say, Sharpay could easily do that for anybody. Sharpay comes from a rich and powerful family. Everything she did for Troy was basically done with a snap of a finger From her perspective, she did the bare minimum, and that's all she does for Troy. She doesn't go outside of spending money and pulling strings for Troy's love. And for somebody who was so in love with Troy and would do anything for him, she didn't really put much of a fight against Gabriella. Of course, she did the whole catty thing trying to sabotage Gabriella, but that wasn't really for Troy, more for her ego and not wanting to lose. She was always able to really let go of Troy when she needed to, because like a lot of lesbians, she realized she never really liked Troy, she just thought she did. Sharpay also never really saw a future with Troy, and I honestly believe she knew deep down that she never really loved him, but forced herself to. Something that touches more on conflict like this is the movie, but I'm a cheerleader. It talks about a lot of the things I've talked about in this video, like gender roles, heteronormativity, and conflict. And there's a lot of things I can say about that movie, but that's a topic for another video. I believe Sharpay is a very accurate depiction of conflict. She represents the people who feel because they're feminine, they must like masculinity and men, and push themselves to be more heteronormative. And just like her twin brother Ryan, she's extremely relatable to a queer audience.
He can never not be gay for 5 seconds. I'm just like, can you not be gay for 5 minutes?
That's all. Thank you for staying and hearing me talk once again. This is surprisingly more fun than I thought it would be. Maybe there'll be a third video, who knows? Until then, maybe like the video and comment, I don't know.